to our podcast. Today's episode is about a story titled Loving the Sun, where the main character is loving from afar, which I know some of you can relate. So sit back and relax and listen to our podcast.
Can you love the sun? It is possible to love something even though it could burn you. I'm Joshua Washington and there this girl. Her name was Akila William. She was the sun of my universe. She was, without a doubt, the smartest girl in school. We know each other since elementary school, though we don't talk too much. I guess you could say we didn't really meet until our freshman year of high school. I remember it was the day of football tryouts. I was sitting on the bench and felt as if someone had stuck their hands in my chest and squeezed. I thought to myself, is this it? Is this how I die? Until I heard a voice. I turned my head to the direction of the voice and I saw Akila William looking at me. She was still in school uniform, a white button up and forest green pleated skirt.
Hey Josh, are you okay?
I'm dying.
I think you're having a panic attack. I need you to take a deep breath for me.
But I can't breathe.
If you're talking, you can't breathe. Now, come on, deep breath for me in through your nose.
I did as she said. I breathed in as deep as I could, filling my lungs with air. She did the same.
Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
Thank you.
It's okay. You should take it easy. Go to the nurse or something.
I can't. I'll be fine. Well, thanks for everything.
Yeah, well, I'll get going now. Take care of yourself.
As I watch her go, I feel cold without her near me. I feel empty, as if I was watching the sun fall out of the sky. Only second had passed, and yet, I miss her already. What's happening to me? I do not claim to be a genius, not in school, nor in football, nor even in life. So it is to no one's surprise that it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize my feelings for Akila. And when I did figure it out, it was too late. I was in the cafeteria and I saw Akila walking with this guy named Thomas Pax, who was on the quiz ball team with Akila's best friend. Akila was laughing at something he had said. I found myself getting annoyed because I didn't remember making her laugh that much, and then I was wondering what I have to be annoyed about. It's not like Akila and I were together. I was staring at Akila and Thomas when my friend Nicole spoke.
You want to know what I heard? Akila and Thomas are going out.
Really? They're dating? Oh my god, I didn't expect that. I know, right? Oh my god.
When I heard what Nicole said, my bottom jaw dropped. I looked at Thomas with his lean frame, low top fade, and chiseled feature. He was as tall as I was, maybe taller. He looked athletic, though I could tell for sure. He was smart, too, which made him perfect for Akila. It was in the moment that I learned what had taken me much too long to figure out. I like Akila. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could do with that information. She was with someone. I had missed my chance. Year passed and I rose up to varsity. Starting lineup, I was the quarterback, the guy every guy wanted to be, and every girl wanted. Well, almost every girl. Akila remained out of my reach, even after she said and Thomas broke up at the end of sophomore year. I revolved around her, keep up with what she was working on, but never got too close, just like the sun. As fate would have it, our paths crossed again senior year, in a creative reading class. I would never admit it, but Mr. Levy's creative reading class was my favorite part of my day. I always got excited when Mr. Levy's chose something I had written, more excited than I had ever been in a football game, and even more nervous. As we approached at the end of the semester, I had more than a couple strong short story under my belt. I was in the middle of reading a difficult scene between my two main characters when I saw Mr. Levis approach the front of the room.
Alright class, can I have your attention please? With the time we have left for today's class period, I'm going to assign partners for the final project.
Groans echoed throughout the room in response. I groaned right along with them, but inside, I was jumping for joy. All of our ratings so far had been solved project. I was curious to find out what rating with someone else would be like. As I listened to the partner assignment, it was clear that he was partnering by alphabetical order, knowing there was a long way to go before he would reach my name. I turned back toward on my scene, keeping one ear focused on what he was saying.
And finally, we have Joshua Washington and Aquila Williams.
I immediately looked at Mr. Lewis when I heard my name and who my partner was. No, that can't be right. There must be some type of mistake. Everyone was murmuring about their partner assignment, but even more people were questioning me being partnered with Aquila. I was lost in my thought when Aquila's best friend Kaisi spoke.
What? Aquila and Joshua? As in Joshua Washington? Are you kidding me? I mean, that is a total unfair. We all know that he is just going to much offer, do none of the work, and get the best grade in the class.
You all do realize he's the strongest writer in this class. It's more likely I would bring down his grade than he would bring down mine.
I was surprised when Aquila spoke. A hush fell on the classroom. What could anyone say to that? Aquila had spoke in my defense, no less.
Let us focus on grades. I'm more concerned with how you handle a collaborative writing process. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The bell rang soon after the class was dismissed for the day. I took my time packing up my things since I know Aquila would be one of the last one out of this room. I needed to say something to her, right? She depended me after all. When most of the class was empty, I walked up to her. When she saw me, she looked at me with dazzling smile.
Hello, Joshua, and what do I owe this pleasure?
You didn't have to do that, you know. We were just joking. You didn't need to take it so serious.
I'll keep that in mind.
But did you mean it?
Did mean what?
You know, when you said after everybody else said.
Oh, about your writing? Of course, I meant it. Even Mr. Lewis says you do great work.
How could you know it was my writing?
I'd know you're writing anywhere. And besides, you do this precious little smile every time Mr. Lewis reads from your work. I'm surprised no one else had noticed. And if you ask me, nothing up my sleeve is the greatest thing ever written. And there's that one line in it. How does it go? He loved her as one loved the sun, from afar. Gosh, gives me chills every time. How did you come up with it?
You know, the word just come to me. Obviously, the story is about me and Aquila. There's even an earlier draft of the story on my online Dropbox that still has her name in it. If I'm being honest, any story I write that has a love interest probably has an early draft with Aquila. There somewhere. Having her name helped me get into the right mindset of how I would feel to love someone. And even though it could be with the real Akira, this was good enough. I do not claim to be a genius. That goes without saying, but bear is repeating. I'd invite Akila to my online draft box, so we had a place where we could work on our drafts together. It was the draft box where I keep all of my drafts, so I knew it would be easy for us to access. I had not realized that error of my way even when she approached me after Mr. Levis. Class and us.
Hey Joshua, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, it's a nice day. Want to meet on the bleachers and say 15?
Sure.
When I got to bleacher 15 minutes later, she was waiting for me with her laptop open on her lap. I sat next to her and she passed me on her laptop without a word. I looked at the screen and it was open to the document. I instantly recognized it as an early draft of one of my story for class. Too late, I realized that there was a draft that Aquila had name on it. Too late, I realized that I had given Aquila access to my entire draft box, that she could see all of my drafts here. Oh dear God, why have you forsaken me? I ventured a look in her direction, and she had her head tilted, amused, waiting to see how I was going to talk to my way out of this one. Kayla, it's not what you think. It's not. It doesn't mean I have feelings for you or anything.
You just use my name as the love interest in everything you've written?
Yeah, I mean, let's start over.
Please do.
I may have used your name in a couple of my story.
A couple?
Okay, a lot of them. And I may have had a little crush on you when we were freshmen. But now,
And now, how do you feel about me now?
Now?
It's a really simple question, Josh. How do you feel? Either you like me or you don't. Which is it?
I don't know.
He loved her as he loved the sun from afar. I wonder if he noticed how lonely that made her feel. No one can feel love that's too far away to reach.
I was strange hearing my words said back to me. I never saw how sad they were.
What are you afraid of, Joshua?
Everything.
I get it. There's safety in loving from afar. You don't have to be vulnerable. You won't get hurt. You won't get burned, but up close. That's where the magic is. That's where the living is. It may not work out, but isn't it worth the risk?
I took a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Just like she taught me all of those years before. We were face to face now, with just our breath between us. My eyes flickered down to her lips. They were so close. Isn't it worth the risk? I could hear her say. I didn't know for sure, but I was about to find out. We kissed and that kiss was everything. I never knew I was missing. Warm passion and love. Loving her was like loving the sun. I might get bored if I get too close, but man, it was worth it.